Hi, everybody, and welcome to Altered States with Rachel. I am Rachel. Today is August the 29th, and sorry, I'm trying to share out, so that's what I was doing. So let me just finish that because, I'm not saying anything, but I typically tend to be very scatterbrained, very squirrel brained, especially here lately. I've been trying to mop my kitchen, my house for literally the past 3 days. And I'm not even gonna tell you what I got. Let's just say I'm not done. All right, so let me finish this. So if y'all want to, you can share out, but that's what I'm trying to do. Um, uh, right? I know, right? So right now I'm practicing sending y'all my mental thoughts. I'm doing mental readings, okay? That's what I'm doing. All right. I promise I'm paying attention. I promise. It just takes me a second. I got this new phone and it's complicated. Okay, it's done. It's done. I'm done. Okay, so how is everybody? Let me get to the comments. Hi, Carol. Hi, Brigitte. Hi, Victor. Thank y'all so much for popping in on my other show. It is, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that y'all popped in, but it was weird because I had y'all come in. Then I had some people from like another friend, I'll say like another circle. You know how we have cliques or groups of friends, and so the other clique or the other group, I saw a lot of those names. So I'm super excited. I'm very appreciative that everybody is supporting me and that they decided to come out and hang out and ask some questions. Popping up, popping up, popping up. All right, so y'all know that I have my two Rider-Waite decks. I have my Moonology cards, and I have my Guardian of the Night tarot cards. So, what y'all want? I'm like the varsity. What do you want? What do you have? Let's just see. Let's just see what happens. Y'all want to? Y'all get to be KJ. You're so confused tonight. Hello, welcome to my world, KJ. You'll fit right in. We'll be confused together. We'll just walk around in circles together. Okay. Okay, well, first of all, I lied. Y'all not going to get a choice. I'm just going to pull cards. Y'all thought y'all was going to get a choice? There is no free will honoring tonight. It is dealer's choice. Okay. It's dealer's choice. Because why not? You know? And just because I have them, we're going to do some fairy cards. Okay. All my other ones are at the store. Y'all, this right here, I don't see fairies. I don't see fae. But I have a friend who does, and she says that this Brian Froud, that his description of them is perfect. And I will say this, I say that to say this. Now that Kat told me that these cards really look what fairies look like, I have seen them. The bright white lights. So I have seen them. Very cool. But yeah. Okay. So I don't know how this is going to go. We're just going to roll with it. Okay. So it's just going to be a fun reading. Let me clear my cards. So how is everybody with their energy? How's everybody doing? KJ, they are really cool cards. how's everybody's energy? Is everybody feeling good? How's everybody feeling? I know I normally talk about my energy, but how is everybody? It definitely seems lighter to me. I will say this though. I'm not a big Top Gun person. I mean, you know, like I've seen it 1,000 times, but it's not enough to know the whole thing, you know, like the whole movie. And so whenever the second one came out, I was like, okay. And then everybody's talking about how good it was. And of course, most of these people were military people or pilots or something like that. And then we went to Columbus over the weekend, Columbus, Georgia, and there's a huge military base down there. And the Airborne Rangers and all them. And so I saw a lot of guys that had the mustache like Goose. And I just thought that was funny. And then, so Saturday night, we went to go see the movie. Now, I have no connection. I have no emotional ties to this movie. It's just Top Gun, Tom Cruise, blah, whatever. Come see, come saw, right? Whatever. But I literally cried the whole time this movie was playing. And I'm like, well, is it because, like, what am I picking up on? And then, so that stuck with me. And I'm like, why was I having such an emotional reaction to this movie? Because, you know, it just, like, I didn't, you know, like, what was it? And then I was, you know, I laid there and I thought about it, and I thought that whole movie was nothing but relationships. You know, just, it was all different relationships. And I was like, okay, so what about this? And in the movie, there's a scene, and I'm not going to give it away. It's not like it's, you know, anything like that. But there's a part where he is on the Navy boat. I don't know what it is. It's not a carrier. I guess it is a carrier, aircraft carrier. And so the deck, you know, shifts up and down for the planes to move up top deck. And so it was just kind of just showing that. But the whole point, or what I took away, was, you know, the planes came down, but what it was a solid thing. And it was like a window. It was a window. And that's what you could see. And so whenever I went into meditation, I was like, okay, what is this? What is this? Why am I feeling this? What about all this? And then, and it was all about experiences, because I've been wanting to have these experiences. There are certain things in my life that I feel like that aren't happening. And, you know, like, these are emotional experiences. And then I'm like, why aren't I having these? You know? And then I'm like, oh, it's all about relationships. So you have relationships, and then you have these experiences. Yeah, I saw the original movie Carol, and I mean, it was good. It's just, you know, like, I didn't understand why I was crying so much about it. Kelsey, that's the same way. I'm like, okay, it's just it's Tom Cruise, blah, 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 whatever. You know, like, you know, but no, it really is good. And I know KJ said it was healing. It really was healing. It has nothing to do with the movie Top Gun. And it's all about relationships, because the whole thing that he's going through is all these different relationships. Then I try to think about, well, what other movie is about this? And of course, like, all are about relationships, but that was kind of like the focus of it. And it was very, very cool. Very cool. It's still kind of weird to kind of, like, you know, wrap my head around in a way. I didn't expect for it to be like such a profound movie. And it might have been my takeaway on it, because, you know, hey, that's where I am, right? You know, that's where I am. Alrighty, so Let's see. Kelsey, you should go see it. It was really good. Carol, you just caught a crab ass today. All right, Ascension Network. Me too. I actually had a cool opportunity rise today, and I want to see if it's going to happen and if it's a good fit. Sorry to bust in on you guys. That must be a troll. Y'all think that's a troll? It's fitting that we have the fairy cards, because it looks like there's a troll in here asking questions. Busting in on us. What are you talking about, busting in on us? You ain't busting in. You part of us. Okay. All right. So, all right, Carol. These are just all going to be words of wisdom, okay? All right, Carol. So the first one is a 9 of Cups. And so, you know, cups is emotion, feelings, and perceptions. And this is like the 9 of Cups is getting what you truly wish. Then it is followed by, I just had a light happen in my room here. And so it is followed by the Moonology cards of don't let pride get in your way. This is the full moon in Leo. And I know we just went from Leo season to Virgo season. So I would say just be mindful what you're letting carry over. Then it is followed by the 4 of Swords. Okay, and so swords, it is your thoughts, your mind, your intellect. And so the 4 of Swords, this is basically resting, taking that break. And then it is followed by the 3 of Cups. And so cups, again, is emotions, feelings, and perceptions. And 3 is all about celebration, you know. Then the fairy card. Ooh, look at this guy. It's number 57, okay? So I'm going to have to read that to you because the writing I can't read. He looks fun. All right. Luthus, the wild. Haste, impulsiveness, fire, spontaneity, and balance. Luthus, the wild, is filled with fire, and fire is associated with the creative life force. This fairy fires up, gets us going, recharges our battery and creative energies. He likes to be around when things are exciting. When there's life force blazing high, and he can jump in and encourage it to burn, burn, burn even higher. So, this is all about duality. It's all about that balance. Creation and destruction are intrinsically linked. The fire that burns creates ash, which in turn acts as fertilizer for new growth. The slopes of volcanoes are highly fertile, which is why people take the risk of living and farming on them. So it's all about that duality. All right, Carol. So what I'm gathering intuitively from this is you're getting what you want, but just be very, very mindful of what you want, you know, what all this can come with. And, you know, especially with this pride and this party and the celebration, you know, it feels like there's some boasting. So just be mindful of, Of course, be excited and be proud if you have something to accomplish. You can be excited or whatever. Just be mindful that if you are talking about all these really good things and somebody says, really, you know, that life that you're fussing about is the one I want to have, you know, just realize that they're just bleeding on you. They're bleeding from their pain, and they're not really being a negative Nelly. They're just their wounds are bleeding on you, and just don't let it bother you. It's not personal is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this is that looks like how it's going, so we'll just see how it goes. Okay, all right, who is next? All right, Brigitte. All right, Brigitte. All right, so your first one is the Six of Cups. And so the Six of Cups is all about something from the past. Then the Moon card is saying, with this full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. So something is coming to you that is huge, very passionate, very fiery. Then it is followed by the Seven of Wands. And so the Seven of Wands, this is the energy of competition, but with an advantage. And it's like whenever you look, you see the alligator, and of course, like he's on the banks, and he has the upper hand, and he's just ready. Then it is followed by the Knight of Cups. And the Cups, it's emotions, and that Knight energy is all about taking action. So this is about, it's just, so this Knight is like charm, it's romance, it's fun, it's imagination, it's beauty. And the card, the fairy card, is the Unity card. And so this is union, mystical experiences, and spiritual home. Unity comes first and last. In between, we have the illusion of duality, which we all believe in for a very long time. This apparent duality is ultimately shown to be an illusion, but it is an illusion that we must pass, through which we learn and grow, and then return back to unity. So, So this is really just kind of like the past and the future, coming up and coming together. And it really feels like just being mindful and being in the moment. This is whenever you're going to find the magic. So don't be caught in the past, and don't find yourself daydreaming about the future, because those are both things that aren't happening right now. And, right now is whenever you have the upper hand, when you have the advantage. And that's whenever you're seeing the beauty. That's whenever you're seeing it. And that is whenever you are like with creation, you're with unity, because you're able to be in the moment, be in the now. So just be mindful. No, don't even be mindful. Enjoy where you are. Just enjoy where you are. Because right now is where we have the competition, right? Right now is where we have the advantage. All righty. It's really happy week, to be honest. Yes, I agree. All right. So, Jennifer. So, Jennifer, yes, it is going to be a good fit. It is going to be a good fit. And I keep hearing all these things coming in. So I don't know if you and this other thing, or you and this other person are on the same page, or you and this other opportunity are on the same page. So it is a good fit. It's just, I think your expectations and their expectations are just like, you're both here and you want the same thing. It's like, oh, we can do this. And they're like, but why would you do that? Because they have in their mind that it's going to be this way, and you got it in your mind that it's going to happen that way, when the outcome is going to be the same. It's just how y'all get there, or like you have different ideas. So yes, it's going to be a good fit. Just don't be surprised if like they say, what, why? And then you say, but because, and then how come you, why? So it's just like both paths lead to the end. Y'all are just taking different roads. And it almost just, I don't know, it just feels like each one has their expectations of how it's supposed to work. And they're both going to go to where you need to go. So I'm excited to hear about that. But it is a good fit. It's a calm before the storm feeling. Yeah, Brigitte, I can get that. Hey, Elise. Okay, who's next? Who is next? All right. I didn't forget. Who did I just read for? Oh my gosh. This is what happens. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I know I read for Jennifer, but who was before that? Oh my gosh. Y'all, I really think I need ADHD medicine. I really do. I really think I need some. I really do think I need some. And Carol, I just read for Carol. So I'm fixing to read for you don't have to help me out. Okay, so I read for Brigitte, right? Maybe. Now I'm fixing to read for KJ. Okay, maybe KJ. Yo, I'm sorry. I screwed this up. I mean, I'm so sorry. I can't do this. I really, y'all have no idea how bad it is in my mind. Who knows anymore? I know. I want to tell y'all a story about my chickens. Okay, so KJ, hello. I'm so confused tonight. You know what? It doesn't matter. KJ, this reading's for you. KJ, this one's for you. If there's any confusion, okay, then I'll reread for you, okay? For whoever feels confused, because I'm right there with you, sister, okay, or brother. I'm confused. We're all confused. Glad we're all in the same club. KJ, 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 KJ. I'm going to highlight her name. Ooh, KJ. I like seeing y'all's cards. I feel like I'm doing something. All right. So the first one is the star. Ooh, consciousness. So the star is like new start, optimism, all is good. Then it is followed by the new moon in Pisces. And it's meditate and contemplate. Then the third card is the Three of Pentacles. And we know that Pentacles is security, material issues, and wealth. And so here, this is like the craftsmanship, like doing the good work, and then it's followed by another major arcana of the Judgment card. And so the Judgment is like, it's almost think of like that, like end of life review, like where you're kind of seeing all these things, when they say that, you die and hopefully you go to heaven and go wherever, go with streets of gold and the mansions and the pearly gates and the taco buffets. That's where you go. Like before you can get in, you have to look back and look at all this shit that you did. That's what I feel like this card is about, that life review. Then it is followed by, that's funny that I just said that, 3, guardian of the gate. So these are fairies, and these are the singers of the realms. And I have seen lights like this. So I have seen these fairies. This is the guardian at the gate. Passages to new life openings, and gatekeeping. Okay, so I don't know anything about fairy cards, so it is really cool that that's what I was saying about with a judgment card, that it's that, you know, the end of life, the new life, you know. And then you've got this one, passages to a new life. The principal task of the guardian at the gate is to facilitate the passage from one realm to the other and to block the passage of which is not ready to pass. These realms may be earth, fairy, the cosmos of the singers, or unity. They can also be considered the levels of reality or states of consciousness. And that's what this is right here, the star. It's about different levels of consciousness. In one state of consciousness, we are in the ordinary world. In another, we are the Fae or unity. Our bodies don't move, but our minds do. The guardian at the gate of unity facilitates the passages of the songs of the hearts of the singers and aids the passages of human and fairies into unity, to be filled by that song, which is that. All right, KJ. So, KJ, honestly, what it feels like is that you are going in and out of different states of consciousness. And I wonder sometimes if that's the reason why I can't focus, because it's not that I have ADHD. I'm really just like tripping and trancing out and going into different realms and different, you know, different, I don't know, different realities. I don't know if they're parallel realities or parallel lives, or if I'm going forwards or I'm going backwards, or I'm just, I don't know. Honestly, because I love consciousness so much, I really think that the Rachel that is advanced is coming back and messing with the Rachel that is now. And it's like I'm almost either like leaving little trinkets or little trails for me to follow. That's what I feel like. I feel like the higher version of Rachel that is ahead of me is looking back and like feeding me treats. But those treats is, look at this person, read this book. Oh, by the way, this is why that happened. That's what I feel like. So I feel like, you know, like, oh, I'm doing this, but the next thing I know, I'm doing this. I'm like, but I didn't even finish that. But it's because the higher Rachel, the higher, you know, version of me is going, here you go. Here you go. Oh, wait a minute. Let me move these keys because I'm going to mess with Rachel. You know, let me move her sunglasses because I know she knows that she just put them right there. But this is the fun me too. So that's what it feels like, KJ. It feels like you were just constantly in and out, you know, and it doesn't feel like it's that. It doesn't feel like it is that 5D to 3D. This feels like something totally separate. It just feels like you are bebopping in. And I don't think it has anything to do with your vibration, like, oh, my vibration is really high because I did this. It feels like that the higher version of KJ is turning around and giving you little treats and little trinkets, like you know how like Hansel and Gretel, or you know how they always say, like, if you get lost in the wood, follow the, I don't, Lord, Rachel, give me the stuff for it. It's like how, you know, whenever people would say, oh, I'm lost, I'm going to leave like a trail of popcorn, or I'm going to leave a little trail. That's what it feels like, KJ. It feels like your higher self is leaving you little path markers. So you are feeling confused. You're going to feel even worse. You might feel bipolar. You might feel like you don't have a clue what's going on. But that's what this crazy person is telling you, that it's your higher self leaving you little path markers. So it really feels like you're being fast tracked too, because that's how I feel sometimes. It's like, oh, I'm going to study this, and then it's like I jump from this to this and this and this. So it's like I go to learn about this, but it doesn't matter because I'm already on this, and I don't understand why. But it just feels like very fast moving energy and fast tracked, that just because you made the agreement to read this book, then like you're given this book, you know, because all this lessons, here you go, here's a new book. That's what it feels like, KJ. Very cool card. Y'all, I'm sorry. I feel like my readings are very scattered, but who knows? It might be where y'all are too. Okay, Carol, KJ, Brigitte, Jennifer, Kelsey. Kelsey, you're just going to get a reading. Okay. All right, Kelsey, let me mark your name because that's just what we're doing right now. Kelsey. So your first one is Nine of Pentacles, okay? So this is all about taking action, but this is about, it's just that routine, conservative, like basic chores that you have to do. It's that energy like, oh, I got to do this. It's very much how I feel like. I don't understand why it takes me so long to get ready. And I don't understand why I have to get ready every day. Like, I just don't, that's the feeling I'm getting. It's like, why do I have to do this every day? Like, that's such a waste of time. Okay? It's that. Why do I have to repeat the same things every day? It's just a waste of time. Then it is followed by this moon card of full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. You are good enough. Then we've got the Two of Pentacles. Now right here, I love all this. This is that duality for sure with the with that yin yang symbol, with that balance. So the Pentacles is security, material issues, and so this is about balance, that juggling. It's balance in finances. But it just feels like it's balance in life. It's everything. And then it's followed by the Page of Swords. And swords is your thoughts, your mind, your intellect. You know, it's that mental strife. It's those thoughts. And so here the page, you know, that is about information coming in. And so this page, it is, it's like you're searching for information. Again, it feels like you're searching for information because you get like information and you're processing and going, that feels like, this feels good. That doesn't make sense. So you're searching to see why that doesn't make sense, why this doesn't make sense. Like you're trying to see the whole explanation and trying to figure it out. Then the fairy card is the 46. And so it's all about friends, which is friendship, support, and aid. The one on top is fair enough. And I've already told you all about that he wants me to say about him in the introduction to part 2. I don't know what that is. He and Lokan. And I don't know if I'm saying these right. I don't know. And his high friend, Speed Beneath. They are the best friends and can nearly always be found together. Call upon fair enough and you get Lokan as well. And when you need support or to understand better, and Lord have mercy. And when you need support or to better understand true friendship, do call upon them. As children, we all have fairy playmates and fairy guardians. As we grow older, the pressure of parents and others in our community often nag us into blocking our visions and communications with the fairies. Fair enough and Lokan can help us get back to that childlike trust in the fairies to renew our forgotten friendships with them. They can also help us learn about the true meaning of friendship. So, Kelsey, even though this is saying friendship, I don't think it is anything external. I think this is all about you. I think this is you reconnecting with so these two cards are screaming like masculine and feminine. And I know that everybody talks about the twin flame, like, oh, when am I going to meet my twin flame? And blah, 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 my twin flame. One school of thought that I have is that our twin flame is inside of us, and that it is the feminine aspect and the masculine aspect. And when these two come in balance, and that you kind of like, not that you combine these, but when these come to a place that they sit right here in balance, to me, that's your twin flame, you know, because they're going to be in balance, but there's going to be time whenever you need to be more masculine. And then there's going to be a time that you need to be more fluid and more feminine, you know, and it's not that one is greater than the other, or one is more important, or that you identify as a female, or you identify with the male. It's just the whole fact that we have the masculine and feminine qualities in us. And so, you know, that's what this feels like. It feels like the masculine part of you is going, you've got to do more. You've got to do more. Do more. You're not doing enough. Do more. Do more. Do more. Keep doing more. And then the feminine is like, no, you are enough. You don't have to do any more. Kelsey, where you are right now is where you are. I'm going to meet you where you are, Kelsey. You know, so it's like this constant, you know, like battle of going back and forth, you know. But what they're really going to have to do is just be friends with one another and realize that one is not more important than the other, that they're going to both have times when they need to rise up and then they come back down. Then the other one can come up and back down. And then they might even go together. And then there might be years that the feminine aspect is out, you know. And it's just all about, hey, recognizing and being in that place of neutral, that it's okay. Kelsey. Juggling these two, but letting them be friends. That there's really no difference because it's still the one. Kelsey. I'm having fun with these. Hey, Diane, is your favorite crab ass? Oh, that's funny. All right, trying to get down to the bottom. All right, Elise. Well, yeah, there's time. There's plenty of time. There's no such thing as time. Unless you're trying to be at the bank before 4. Then there's always that damn train. All right, this is for Elise. All right, Elise. So the first one for you is Page of Wands. So this is the energy of looking for information. It is like, do I need to go to school? Do I need additional information? What do I need to complete this? It's like you're looking for something to complete something. You're thinking about it. It can also be like you're looking for inspiration. So the Moon card is the disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Then it is followed by the 4 of Cups. And Cups is emotion, feelings, and perceptions. So this is the card of being dissatisfied with the offer. Like, I don't want that. Oh, no, I'm good. Let me see what else you have. It's like not happy with what's being given to you. And then it is followed by the 8 of Swords. Okay, so the 8 of Swords. So swords is thoughts, it's mind, it's intellect, it's that air energy. You can change it. And so here the 8 is all about feeling tied down like you can't move. And then it is followed by fairies of the future. So, fairies of the future, card 33. Y'all can see my bat wings. All right, card of the future. Bat wings don't matter, right? It's all good. Be here now, guidance, moving forward. The gnome of the now at the top of the card looks both ways simultaneously. Something that would give a human a crick in the brain if he tried it. However, the gnome has no particular problem with this, as fairies always have a sliding sense of the past, present, and future. Anna, in the center, steps boldly forth, pregnant with possibilities and carrying the hazelnut that grants wisdom. Puggy, Puggi. Above her crouches, ready to take off and rush ahead just as soon as she is sure what direction they are going, while the frog above her waits, hoping to be kissed just to see what happens. Amanthea on the left hesitates momentarily, not sure that she is dressed properly or has her hair done right for the occasion. Nearly everyone looks to the future with optimism. Oh, wow. So, fairies of the future. So, this card has a whole lot going on, okay? Has a whole lot going on. So, Elise, it feels like, yeah, that you have all this going on. You don't know what to do. And then, you're pulled back to this, Four of Cups. You're having all these offers, but you don't want any of them. Like, no, thank you. Thank you, but no. Like all these choices that are coming towards you. You're like, no, you have to, you can't. You have to, like, I have to respectfully decline, and then that's feeling like you're trapped because what is coming towards you is something that you don't want. And, just remember to take time out and breathe. Take time out and breathe. But we go back to this page of the wands where you're searching for information. So how you can figure out what you do want is to know what you don't want. Because it's like sometimes you can feel very overwhelmed and you're like, I don't know. Well, just start by saying what you don't want. And then through that, process of saying what you don't want, eventually you can come to the conclusion of what you do want. But it's like everything that you don't want right now is coming forth to you. And it feels like you're being trapped in that you don't know what to do. So just stop, take a moment and just say, hey, I don't know what I do want, but I know what I don't want. And even if you can't put a thought or something physical with what you do want, what you can do is put an emotion with what you want. Because I know for me, sometimes it's kind of hard to describe. I don't have the words for what it is, but I know the emotion for it. I know the emotion for it. And I'll give you an example because I love examples and metaphors. There was a commercial one time where a girl was riding on a skateboard. And I was like, that's what I want. And I had made a comment to somebody and they're like, you want to ride a skateboard? Like, why? And I was like, it's not about the skateboard. And then that sent me and this other person off on this whole tangent of conversation because what I said was that was what I want. And I was like, but I don't want to ride a skateboard. And they're like, but that's what you said. And I'm like, I know that's what I said. And so it was like, even though I saw the commercial with the girl riding the skateboard, it wasn't about her riding the skateboard. It was about her being free. I wanted to be free. It was about that freedom, So my idea of freedom at the time was riding the skateboard with the wind blowing up on her. She was having fun. It was a sense of, adventure. She could turn her body weight and lean this way or go that way, and the skateboard would go that way. So she was creating her own adventure. She was going fast. There was all these different elements. But to me, that was freedom. That's what I saw it as. And I saw freedom as an emotion, not like, oh, I want to be free. It was like, it was like this very fluid. I don't know how many times I said fluid, but it just feels very, freeing. Like, I don't have to be here. I can be there. That's what it felt like to me. The commercial of her riding a skateboard, it was not her riding a skateboard. It was that whole feeling of being free. So that's what I wanted. So if you can't articulate physical words what you want, articulate in physical words what you don't want, and then articulate with emotion words what you do want, and you'll start moving towards it. Y'all are giving me a workout tonight, guys. I love it. I love it. Hey, David. Hello, David Valentine. Alrighty, let's see. Let's see. Hey, Mika. Yeah, if you want, if you want to read and just jump in. And I'm very scatterbrained because I'm riding a skateboard in my head. So if I don't see you, just don't feel bad about saying it again. And most everybody will say, oh, you skipped her, because here it's more of like a private, and not private, but it's a smaller thing, which I really, really like, because I'm pulling all these different cards and I'm reading them. But basically what I'm doing is a different divination. There's also a divination that I like to do with different trinkets. So maybe one night I'm going to get my second camera set up and we can do a trinket divination, and that is called casting lots. Okay. All right, Lisa. Because y'all know I'm squirrel brained, and who doesn't want a table full of trinkets to help me focus? All right, Lisa. All right, Lisa. So your first one is the Page of Cups. And the Page is all about information, and Cups is all about emotions, feelings, and perceptions. So the Page here is just, it's like curiosity, possibility. Hey, what can happen? What can I do? So the Moon card is telling us, what does it say? New moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Then it is followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, look, it's an owl. I love owls. So Ace of Pentacles is all about big opportunities, something big. I see this really like I think this is the miracle card. It doesn't matter what's going on. Like, you've divine intervention, like it's happening. Then it is followed by the Six of Wands. And so this little guy right here, what to me, it represents the victory parade. That's what I like to call it. So it's like you made this checklist of things that you wanted to do and you got it done. Now, I've completed this. And it's not ego. It's just that sense of accomplishment. Then we got the little sexy fairy card here, So this is the card 32. And fairies aren't sexy. I shouldn't say that. I should not be putting sexual undertones. Okay. So, fairy card. Firing the arrows. They send, let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. Card 32. Iris of the rainbows. Blue skies and rain are the realm of Iris, the rainbow fairy. She dwells at the meeting of the air, the element of the mind, and water, the element of emotion. She sits, rainbow-hued wings outspread, suspended in the midair, partially wrapped in her deep sky draperies and crowned with irises blossoms. The fairy arches tip their arrows in her potent handful of iridescent light. Firing their arrows, they send polychromic rays into the storm, bringing light to a dismal sky and hope to darkened hearts. So, Iris tells us that light is breaking through our present darkness, and that hope is a powerful factor in speeding up in this process. She doesn't promise us that the storm is over, nor does she say that it will never storm again, but what she does say, there is brightness and beauty here. She also tells us there is something to be gained by the passage to the storm, and the sooner we learn what that is, the sooner the storm will end. All right, Lisa. So, yes, Lisa, you're going to get some information, and this information is going to be, it might feel very overwhelming. It might be very, very powerful, but that's what eclipses do. Eclipses, it's like new light comes out, things that are exposed come to the surface. That's what eclipses are. Things that are hidden come to the surface. So, and it's not necessarily going to be bad. So don't think that, all these, like somebody's dark secrets or your dark secrets is going to come to the light. Don't have any fear whatsoever. But it's like these little things, something is going to come up, and it's going to be like a new light. It could also be like a light being turned on. You could finally have clarity about something. You can see things in a different way. But there's going to be information that is shown to you in a new light, and is going to give you, this new beginning, new start. It almost kind of feels like money is evolved. So for some reason, Lisa, I am getting the image of like a treasure hunter's map that you have. So I would imagine that with it being a treasure hunter's map, this feels like something that has been going on for a while. And it's like, you do this because it's like this checklist. Like you do this because like it was the next step. Like they told you, go here and you'll find the treasure. Go here, then you'll find the treasure. And it's just like been this big map. And it's like, but wait, I've been following all along. I've been going through this whole path, and y'all have told me that I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. And, and then the fairies are saying, don't worry, I'm going to get it. Okay. So, because this is how my little squirrel brain works. So again, I'm getting this treasure map of go here, like you'll find treasure here. And then it's like another clue, go here, you'll find the treasure. But it really makes me feel like the book by Paul Coelho, The Alchemist. I'm pretty sure that was his book, where he's on this journey and he is constantly searching, and he realized where the treasure really is. So Lisa, wouldn't that be some huge information to find out where the treasure really is, where the treasure has been the whole time? You've been looking for it everywhere, and it's been you, right? Lisa, it's you. You are the treasure. You are the key. Hi, Betty. All righty, Betty. Betty, this is going to be a love relation. This is going to be a love reading. I can already tell. Okay, Betty. So the first one is the Queen of Pentacles. And so, you know, Pentacles, this is security, it's material issues, it's money. This is like earth energy, very humble. This is it's the feminine aspect, but she is the hardworking mother, that very nurturing. It's just like she is everything. She, to me, embodies everything. This is like the auntie or the aunt or the grandmother type energy that is just always doing all these things, but still has a cake or pie bake for you, or still has, like, you know, like when you need something and they pull it out of their pocketbook. It's like, why do you have this? And they're like, because you needed it, baby. You know, it's like that energy. Like they always have the answers. They have everything. Okay. So then the second card, the moon card, is a new romantic cycle begins, a new moon in Libra. And so we know that Libra is all about balance. It's about, it's not really justice. I guess it could be like justice and finding that balance, but it's all about finding that balance. And we know that Libra people are so sweet. They're not. They're moving from Libra. I'm just trying to be funny. So Libra, you know, a new romantic cycle begins. Then it is followed by the Hierophant. Okay. And so the Hierophant, it's 5, but it's all about change. And so the Hierophant, what he's saying is, look, I know that I'm a little crazy, and I know that you know, it's not mainstream, but I'm living my life the way I want to. I'm not hurting anybody, and I'm enjoying it. You know, it's like I don't need social approval. I am living my life by my standards, by my rules, and I'm doing it, you know, I'm doing it. I'm doing good work. Like I'm not, you know, I'm not sitting on death row because I've done, you know, made bad mistakes. I'm actually happy. I'm enjoying these things. You know, I'm not like in this rat race, which is kind of perfect. Like I'm not caught up in this rat race. I'm not trying to keep up with everybody. I'm happy with being where I am and who I am. Then it is followed by the King of Wands. And so Wands is jobs, employment, and security. And so I see him as that higher aspect of consciousness, or your higher chakras, I mean. So it's like your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat chakra. It's like your lower half chakras are already in, they're already doing work. They're already doing good things. You've already worked through all these things. So now your throat chakra is able to speak the truth. You're able to hear what you needed to hear. You're able to see what you need to see. And that puts you in a different perspective. And then it is followed with the fairy card, the Singer of Connection, which is the card 6. So this is all about spiritual connection, karma, balance, and empathy. The Singer supports all connections, the web of light between all things, all particles, between past, present, and future. It brings wholeness, apparent duality, and combines all energy, uniting all that is, or was, or could be. When we lose awareness of this connection in our lives, we feel isolated, lonely. Yet the energy is there. We only need to be open to it. Through the power of this Singer, all connections are made, held, and released as appropriate. So, Betty, again, this feels very much like a love reading. It feels like you are falling in love with someone again. It's almost like you see them in a different light. This feels like a relationship that has been around for a very long time, and it just feels like you fall in love with all of them again. And I want to say it's not because they went out and done great things. I think it's you finally learn why they've been doing these things, and it makes you change their perspective, you know? Um, Again, I've talked about this before, like with my mom. So my brother, he has addiction issues, and he just wears me out. And it's like I don't hate him, but he makes me mad because I see my brother making these really bad decisions, and he has like 50, 100 kids, and it's like your kids are suffering because of this, and it makes me not like him, because I'm like, get your crap together. Like, everybody's helped you, dude. Come on, get your crap together. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying this as a sister, like this is where I am as a sister. And then my mama, who's just doing all these things. And it aggravates me because my mom is doing all these things to help him. And I'm like, well, help his kids. I'm not saying he's a lost cause by no means, but I'm just saying, like, let's, like he's not ready yet. Let's just focus on something else. And so then I really, I've already started to resent my brother, and I'm resenting my mom. And then I finally look back at my mom because I'm seeing her how she sees my brother. I'm seeing her from a mom's point of view. And that made me appreciate my mom even more. And I'm not saying I fell in love with her and all these things all over again, but I had this new love for her because this relationship as a brother and sister really got me tainted. And it was real hard. Like, it was a big struggle. And then whenever I saw her like helping this, I'm like, but no, no. But whenever I looked as a mom helping the child, it's like, I understand that now. I understand. I see. So, Betty, that's what this feels like, that you're going to fall in love with someone all over again because you see where they're coming from, because you might have only seen this one side or didn't understand why they were doing this. And I guess you can say you might have to walk in their shoes, or at least you see their shoes, but you're going to fall in love with someone again because you realize, wow, it must be hard for them, and I'm going to start crying now. But it's like, yeah, because I couldn't imagine as a mom not being able to help your child, right? So I have sympathy. Yeah, I have more compassion and love for my mama. Why are y'all doing this to me? Will y'all stop it? Y'all making me cry. See, I really get just as much as y'all get from these readings, okay? I'm trying to. I need some chocolate. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Okay, we gotta do something. Okay, so who wants another reading? Oh, what's wrong? Am I bleeding on y'all? Are my wounds bleeding on y'all? See how that happens? But I mean, it's a good blood. It's a good blood. Right. Okay. Nobody has any other readings. Okay. Victor, you want a reading? You want to step in front of the fire line? Oh my goodness. All right. Victor, why not? All right, Victor. And I normally, won't read unless unless you give consent. But I feel like to a point, you can either take it or leave it. With certain people, not with everybody. Because I really do feel like whenever we hear messages, whether they're meant for us or, like there's a name attached to it, they really, for all of us. All right, Victor. So your first one is the moon. So the moon is all about things not being seen. Of course, it's about consciousness because it's all about the water, and the moon being our unconscious or our subconscious things that we, kind of keep repressed. But the moon is all about not everything has been revealed, but still kind of knowing, hey, there's something that's there. Then we got the moon card of full moon in Pisces. It's about balance of spirituality and practicality. Then it is followed by the Five of Pentacles. And again, this is that card of feeling left out. But I'm going to read, I'm going to read it because this is how, I don't know. In a world where support should be abundant, where the powerful should help others rise up, but instead block the way, the Five of Pentacles indicates a time where you may feel more like the prey instead of the predator. The caterpillar wants nothing more than fulfilling its destiny and moving to a state of metamorphosis. However, blocking the path is the owl, the symbol of wisdom, a symbol of authority. You may be experiencing a time of difficulty when you lack the resources to thrive. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay. Then it is followed by the Nine of Wands. And so this is the guy that reminds me of like the sage. He is the wounded warrior. He is a person that has run into battle so many times. He was so gung-ho, and now he's like, hey, look, I'm a little bit wiser now. I'm going to do things a little bit different. Then the fairy card is the card of, it's 23, which again is 5. And so this is the green woman. This is wildness, natural magic, expect gratitude, untamed creativity. So the green woman speaks to us of caring for our growing ground and the physical satisfaction of being our natural selves and practicing our own innate magic. This is a time for enhancing the growth of our talents and ability, and that time will blossom and will bear fruit. It also is a time of growing maturity and self-confidence. So, Victor, not all, like there's stuff there, but it hasn't been seen, and you don't need to see it yet. And that's what this is about finding balance and knowing that, spirituality and practicality, I don't know. It's just like, what's that whole saying of whenever, like what happens after enlightenment, you still chop wood and carry water. You still do the same thing. And it was funny because like the other day I was talking to a friend, and I mean, like, she goes, Rachel, you are one of the wisest women I have ever met. And her and I have a really good connection. And like it's just really crazy. Like one day I want to interview her because it's just really weird how her and I just, it's just weird. And so it's just really cool. And she's like, you're one of the wisest women. And, and then I'm like telling her all these great things, and she's telling me all these great things, and I'm crying, and I realize I'm having this beautiful connection with Tabitha while I'm washing out my garbage can. And I thought, this is what it's about. It's not about Tabitha and I having this beautiful connection and I'm sitting in the lotus position and I'm playing with my mala beads on my meditation pillow and there's all these trumpets behind me or these gongs behind me and this perfect thing. No, I'm having this beautiful connection while I'm washing out my garbage can, because that's what life is, right? That's what it is. So just always see the beauty, because beauty's all around. It's just how you look for it. And notice that spirituality and practicality are all kind of, they're the same thing but different. All right, there you go. All righty. So, all right, who else? Who else we got? Honey Mist. Why'd y'all get rid of Honey Mist? All right, who is next? Who else we got? Oh, Honey Mist was selling? She sounds like a tea. Who wouldn't want a reading for Honey Mist? It's like a tea reading. All right, Jackie Jones, Blow Rock. Okay. So it was funny because on another show, I had somebody like trolling, and I pulled cards on them, and it was so funny because it was all. And this is whenever I had my other camera on the cards, and it was about them being a shyster and tricking and spying and all kinds of stuff, and it was really, really good. All right, so this is for Jackie Jones. Ooh. Jackie Jones Blayrock. So your card, one of the cards is the Empress. And Empress, you know, she's that love, she's that abundance, she is that, you know, that Venus. She is everything. It's feminine power, it's abundance, it's new ideas. You know, it's like she's sitting on her throne, but she's not like upright. You know, she's not rigid. It's more relaxed. It's more to me more welcoming. It's like this is the living room that you can go and sit down and be comfortable in. This isn't the showcase living room. You know, it's like she's that, you know, she's that love. Like everything about her, you know, embodies love. And it's just things come into fruition. It's just love. It just screams love. So then the card is a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. And we know that Cancer, that's that water energy. And Cancer is all about their family. So personal issue reaches resolution. Then it is followed by Temperance. And we know that Temperance is all about having patience little by little. So Temperance, it's the card that comes right after the Death card, you know, and death is all about change. So the next step is like, okay, I've had this huge transition. So what do I do? Well, you don't know what to do, but move forward. Just take a little step. You don't have to take a huge step. Just take a little step. That's what you do. Have patience little by little. And then it is followed by the Nine of Pentacles. And so this has my two favorite ladies in it, the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles, because to me, they're kind of the same. So the Nine of Pentacles, she is this, I call her like the lady in waiting, but she is, she's very much in love with herself, not narcissistic, but she embodies this whole love thing. She is very in the moment. She is very mindful. She knows that her happiness is within her. The sadness is within her. Everything is within her. And that if she's searching for something, it's within her, not to look outside of her, that the answers lie within her. Then it is followed by the 21. And this is the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Okay. So again, this is all about love. What can I say here? Love, sweet love. Accept it, burnish it up, add to it, and pass it on. The presence of the fairy who was kissed by the pixie suggests giving and receiving love and intimacy in any of a wide variety of relationships. She gives notice that this is a time to open up and heal our hearts. Different aspects of life may be well flowing happily together and healing, but separation and hurts from the past are also there. It's this bonding that can take place and deep feelings emerge. Changes for the better can occur in all aspects of life, but especially in relationships, which may become deepening and becoming richer. Okay? So, just remember, you are love. You are that sense of whatever you need. Whatever you're looking for, you're it. All the answers rely within you. And if you don't feel like you don't know how to get there, it doesn't matter. Just go little by little, step by step. If you don't see it, all you have to do is just know that it's in there, and it'll come out whenever you're ready. Okay. Oh, I love it, Jackie Jones. I'm telling you, those are my two favorite ladies, the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. And I kind of like her now. I might have to add her to it. The fairy who was kissed by the pixies. I like it. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, I gave you cold chills. Oh, glad I gave you cold chills and not a rash. Thanks, God. I'll be here all week. All right, Kathleen. Kathleen. All right, Kathleen. So the first one is a Two of Pentacles. So this is all about duality. It's about juggling. It's balancing. It's definitely balancing. Okay. Then it is followed by the moon card of a super moon. Emotions are running high. So, you know, the moon, it's all about emotions. It's that psychic ability. It's everything. It's just huge. It's just huge. This is something big right now. Emotions are running high. Okay. Then it is followed by the Ten of Cups. And again, cups are emotions, feelings, and perceptions. In the 10, this is the like the storehouse, getting, well, it's the next one after the storehouse because that's the 9. This is the 10. This is like joy on the home front. It's happy home, happy family. Everything is good. Everything is okay. But it is followed by the Two of Swords. And so this is like being at a stalemate, not able to make a decision. It's just now is not the time to decide. Like you don't have to make a decision. But it is followed by this fairy card, which is the 44. And this is lies. And that is spelled L-Y-S. So I'm assuming it's pronounced lies. Lies of the shadows. Healing the shadows, addictions, bondage, and self-esteem. Okay. Ultimately, lies is trying to help people develop true respect and true self-esteem. But she has to start much further down the scale of idealism than that. She tries to inspire practical help for those who need it most. She is the inspiration for those first wobbly steps taken by a damaged soul towards healing. Her presence in a reading indicates that something that had seemed lost and fixed in that loss is now open to healing. Someone is ready to begin with help. The climb out of the inner mire, the hope is there, and a need for loving kindness is tempered by practicality. Okay, so yes. Emotions are running high. It just feels like emotions are running really, really high and you don't know what to do, you know? And it's like, I don't know if you feel pressured to make a decision, but I don't think you should make a decision right now. I think that, you know, again, like juggling and trying to balance things and not the best time to decide, you know, unable to decide, that this is just where you need to be right now. And that feels completely okay. I know before I was saying, hey, with the Temperance, just like take one step at a time, but it feels like where you need to be is just kind of like right here. And it just feels like you need to kind of validate both feelings. Like both feelings need that validation. Like, that it's okay. it's okay that it's okay, and that it's okay that it's not okay. You know, what it feels like is that normally, whenever you would have these feelings of not feeling good, you might would do something, or like avoidance. And so to sit in these feelings, it's like, wow, like it's okay to feel. Like that's what this is supposed to be about, is being okay to feel. So that's what it feels like. It's okay to feel. Kathleen, it's around my family for me to make a decision. It's around your family for me to make a decision. It's about your family and for you to make a decision. Um, I don't I don't think you should, again, Kathleen, I'm just throwing cards. I'm not legal, medical, or anything, like that. But now is not the time, now is not the best time to decide because emotions are too high, you know. Um, just now is not the time to decide the emotions are too high. Okay. Maybe once the emotions kind of level out, then you can make a clear decision. Again, you got the Ten of Cups, which is, this is all about joy on the home front, and you got about this, this card that it's the card of inspiration. This is the card of inspiration for the first wobbly steps taken by damaged soul towards healing. Okay, I'm going to read that again. This card is the inspiration for the first wobbly steps taken by damaged soul towards healing. So, good luck, Kathleen. If it's okay, Kathleen, I'll send you some. I'll send you some energy work, or some energy, some clarity, some peace. Okay. And just remember, Kathleen, usually it's the broad shoulders that carry all the weight. Okay. All right, Mika. Mika. All right, Mika. So your first one is the Four of Pentacles. And so Four of Pentacles, this is all about holding on, like you're worried about something. It's just hold on. Don't, if you're worried about finances or worried about your job, just hold on, like don't quit yet. Don't splurge yet. Just hang on just for a second, some more information is coming. So, so that is followed. Look at this pretty card. This is a full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Conclusions are within reach. And then it is followed by this lovely guy, 15, the devil. And look, this devil doesn't look scary whatsoever. So the devil, this is all about manipulation. It's attachment. It's anger. It's bad habits. That's not what the devil is. It's fear. That's what it is. It's the shadow side, Then it is followed by the Three of Wands. And so the Three of Wands is all about, it's kind of like, you're just waiting. You're watching, like you're You're waiting for the success. You're waiting for the benefits. But it's these benefits and this success is already there. You're just waiting for them to like trickle down. You know, it's like if you're going to get paid or somebody's going to pay you for something, you've already got the check. You've already been paid. All you have to do is like go to the bank now. So it's like you've already got it in one form. You just have to get it in the form for you to use, you know? So it's like there, you're just waiting. And then it is the fairy card is the phone. So the phone is understanding the nature of nature, natural wisdom, and natural magic. Natural magic is happening. When things flow almost effortlessly, that is a sign that natural magic is at work, and enjoy it. A very important part of natural magic is to simply allow the energy to flow through us. This means both giving and receiving freely. Let the energy flow and don't push it. Don't try to control it. Just dance with it. Trust it, and to remember to return it to the source for inspiration and to keep your heart filled with light. So, what this feels like, Mika, is that keep hanging on, you know, keep hanging on. I don't want to say don't let go, but just keep hanging on. Just keep hanging on, okay? And almost again, it feels like you don't make a decision right now. Just keep hanging on, that you're going to get some information, and these information that is, you know, that is coming, it's what you need to know. And right now, all these little voices that are telling you, no, it's not coming, that's just fear. It's just your fear. So all these things of like, oh, you're not going to be able to do it. Like, I just thought about like passing a test, like, oh, you know, no, you're not going to pass this test. And then, you know, you won't get this and you won't get that. It's like, no, just hang on, keep studying, keep doing this, keep going, and it's going to be fine. And then, but that's what it feels like. It feels like, Mika, that you have done all these things, and you know that you've done them, and you're going to keep doing them. But then there's this fear going, you didn't do that right. You're going to have to go back. And now you have to go back and restart all over because you didn't do it right. And now you're never going to get there. Well, you have gotten there. Like, you've already got the check and it's already signed. You just have to cash it. Like, you just have to do the next thing. Like that, it's already there. It's already there. And, you know, it's already there. And so this right here with the nature, like, but this is all about the journey. That's what this reminds me of, is like the Fool's card. The journey is that it's really not about what you're doing. You know, it's about this. It's about keep holding on no matter what the fear is. Keep hanging on whenever that voice says, let go. You're going to fail anyway. Might as well let go now. And you're like, no, I'm not. I don't know if I'm going to fail, but I'm still going to keep going. So that's what this feels like. You know, you've already won, you know. It's just that fear, you know. So you just keep going. Yes, go with the flow, trust, you know, don't let fear. And that's the thing. What happens right before something really, really good happens? You know, it's like one of those little faith tests. So no, keep going. And just know that every time it gets harder, it's like, ooh, must be some good stuff on the other side of that. You know, must be some good stuff behind there, because I am working for it. So yeah, go with the flow. All right, everybody. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And guess what? I'll be here next Monday at 9:30. And y'all come hang out with me then. And then tomorrow we got Victor. And then Wednesday we got Jennifer, the lovely little troll. And then we have Wanda on Sunday. All right.